Hello guys, this is Kevin with Smart Execution. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today is a Saturday. We are going to be reviewing what happened during the week of the 17th to the 21st of May. Trading using the entry magnifier. Remember, this is just but only a trading tool that is to help you with your entries and exits in the market, right? So after the pattern is formed, or during the first leg, or when the pattern is complete, we expect to be given an entry point, and then after entering the trade, you only wait to see or to be given an exit point for our trade. So this was our swing trade for H1 time frame right there. We have a nice top and high there. If you go on M15, you actually see a nice M pattern. Then we're given kind of a late entry, but still fine. And then we're given an exit point. So this is why I always encourage people to follow the rules. Someone would actually have said it's not always that the moving average will be your point of exit. That's why we ended up coming up with this entry magnifier strategy. Well, sometimes they would actually shift way before they reach that zone that we think might be the exit point. Someone would have thought that they can come and just tap this moving average and then go up. So you find out that if it ended late there, a profit that you would have made on 3 candles will be taken by 1, and then they're back to entry point. That's why we encourage people to follow the rules of the strategy, right? So we're going to take a look at the M15 time frame for this pair Euro AUD on this very day. Moving on to USD card H1 time frame. We have a W pattern there. Just use a dark color so that you can see what I see. Have a W pattern there, giving an entry point, swing, right? And then you actually give an exit point there as they reached the 200 moving average. Someone would have actually exited here when they touched. You would have waited for this shift candle, but then still is fine. And then they actually create multi session M there, and the second leg on a different day, and then they give us an entry point, then an exit point there, right? So it's a 2-day swing for you and a day swing right there. So after seeing this happen, we're expecting them to actually drop further, right? Because they gave us an ID 50 day after giving us a reset level 1 drop, and then they come to give us an ID 50 and then they drop. So some of the signals that you might be given, you need to chip in the btmm strategy now to see if they're valid or not. That's how you get to save out the bad trades. So the signal has to be in line with the btmm strategy or type of entries or type of trades. Okay, moving on to our third pair, which is euro USD. Okay, we had a nice M pattern there. Entry was given on the first leg. We to suffer this drawdown and stop hunt, and then an entry point was given, right? Then for this one, I think they actually gave a nice entry point on M15 time frame, but as you can also see that they had to tape the same area 3 times. So according to btmm, this is actually pattern. You can actually trade from H1 without even using the entry magnifier, by just basic btmm knowledge. But also you can go to M15 and check. They actually gave a nice sell setup there. Moving on to the last pair. Okay, so this is euro USD M15 time frame. A nice sell setup there, exit point, right? Then they actually gave a second leg of the second leg, making it mount session M there, and then a big drop. But at least you would have gotten in on that candle as your entry point, and then this would be your exit point, the touch of 200 EMA. Moving on to the other setup that we talked about on H1. This one is a bit tricky on H1, but according to btmm pattern on H1, this would be a nice setup there, just using general btmm knowledge, right? And then a massive drop, given an exit point there. Moving on to our last pair, which is GU, right? This was just a short setup. Entry point, exit point was quickly given. There was not much movement there. Now we also get to look out for a nice pattern out of the Asian box, like what happened there. A nice M pattern there, entry point, exit point given. One would have ended here, but then it was a quick exit, and then entered there, take as much as they can up to the time they hit the ADR high, and then exit, wait for another entry since it's within it's still within good trading hours. Okay, and then exit point. So this is it for an update. I hope you have a profitable week.